Hey, I'm Alex, and I have a question that might reveal a lot about you. How brave are you when it comes to trying new food, especially in another country?
Hey, I'm Emma, and honestly, I'd like to say I'm adventurous, but I think I'm only brave in theory.
In theory?
Yeah, like before the food arrives, I'm like, yes, I'll try anything. I'm open minded. I love new experiences. And then the plate shows up, and I'm suddenly very quiet.
That's the moment of truth.
Exactly. And sometimes I look at the food and I'm like, what is that?
Have you ever actually regretted trying something?
Oh, yes, immediately.
I need details.
Okay, so a couple of years ago, I was traveling and I decided to be bold. I ordered something from the menu that I couldn't fully understand.
That's always a risky move.
I know, but I thought, this is how you discover new things, right?
That's what people say.
So the dish arrives and it looks interesting.
That's never a good sign.
It wasn't bad visually, just unexpected. And then I took a bite.
And?
The texture was the first shock.
Uh-oh,
It was very soft, but also kind of chewy, and I couldn't tell if I liked it or not.
that's the worst feeling. Your brain is confused.
Exactly. And then the flavor hit.
Let me guess. Strong?
Very strong. Not necessarily bad, just intense.
Did you finish it?
I tried. I really tried. But halfway through, I was like, okay, I respect this dish, but I cannot continue.
That's fair. At least you gave it a chance.
What about you? Have you had a what did I just eat moment?
Oh, multiple times. But one stands out.
I'm ready.
I was traveling and someone recommended a local dish. They were like, you have to try this. It's amazing.
That's always how it starts.
Exactly. So I trusted them. Big mistake.
Oh no.
The dish arrives and it smells very strong.
Already a warning.
Yeah, and I was trying to act cool, like, yeah, this smells interesting.
Trying to be polite.
Of course. So I take a bite, and immediately I knew this was not for me.
What was it?
To this day, I'm not 100% sure.
That's even worse.
I think it was some kind of fermented dish.
Oh, those can be intense.
Very. It had this sour, almost sharp taste, and the smell didn't help.
Did you keep eating?
I tried to pretend I liked it for about 2 minutes,
That's impressive.
and then I just gave up. I was like, I'm sorry, I can't.
Did the person who recommended it notice?
Oh, yeah, they were laughing.
That's not helpful.
Not at all. But to be fair, they loved it.
That's the interesting part, right? Something that's normal for someone else can feel so strange to you.
Exactly. It really makes you realize how different food cultures can be.
And how much we're used to our own flavors.
Yes, like what feels normal to us might be weird to someone else.
Totally. I remember offering a friend some food from my country, and they had the exact same reaction I had abroad.
Really?
Yeah, they were polite, but I could see the confusion on their face.
That's kind of funny.
It is. It made me realize that it goes both ways.
Have you ever had the opposite experience? Like trying something new and actually loving it?
Yes, and those are the best moments.
Way better than the bad ones.
Definitely. I once tried a dish that I was honestly a bit scared of, and it ended up being one of the best things I've ever eaten.
That's such a good feeling.
It is, because you almost didn't order it.
Exactly. It's like a small reward for being brave.
And it makes you more open to trying other things.
I had something similar with street food once.
Oh, street food is a whole adventure.
It really is. At first, I was a bit unsure. You see how it's made, it's very different from what you're used to.
Yeah, there's always that moment of hesitation.
But I decided to try it anyway. And honestly, it was amazing.
That's the best outcome.
Yeah, full of flavor, super fresh, and way better than I expected.
I think those experiences stay with you more.
Definitely, because there's a bit of risk involved.
So true. It's like food becomes part of the memory of the trip.
Exactly. You don't just remember the place, you remember how it tasted.
And sometimes how it shocked you
Or confused you.
or surprised you in a good way.
I think trying new food is one of the most interesting parts of traveling,
I agree, even when it goes wrong.
especially when it goes wrong.
Yeah, those are the stories you tell later.
Remember that thing I ate?
I still don't know what it was.
Exactly.
But I think there's also a balance.
What do you mean?
Like being open, but also knowing your limits.
That's fair.
You don't have to try everything just to prove you're adventurous.
True. It's okay to say no sometimes.
Yeah, especially if something really doesn't feel right.
I've learned that the hard way.
Same.
But overall, I think it's worth trying new things.
Definitely. Even if you don't like it, you gain something from the experience.
At least a story.
Always a story.
So, if you were traveling this weekend, would you try something completely new?
I'd say yes, but maybe with a little more research this time.
That's a smart strategy.
What about you?
I'd try something new, but maybe not something I can't even identify.
That's a reasonable rule.
Baby steps.
Exactly.
All right, now I'm actually hungry.
Same, but I'm suddenly very careful about what I want to eat.
Yeah, maybe something familiar today.
Definitely something familiar.
And maybe next time, something new.
With a bit of courage,
And a backup plan.
always a backup plan.
All right, let's leave it there.
Yeah, now I really want food.
Same here.
Hopefully, something we understand.
That would be nice.
Thanks for practicing with us. Keep speaking, keep improving. See you in the next one.